to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100 like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. His first carry. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 79 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Jeffrey's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Well, Charles, we've talked a lot about Andrew Luck and his turnaround this year, but just looking at the Colts collectively going from 1-5 to the playoffs, even though they lost to KC, what a remarkable season.
Yeah, as soon as the pain goes away, people will remember what they accomplished. Frank Reich takes the job as the head coach after they'd selected Josh McDaniels, and he went back to New England, so he wasn't even their first choice. Had to get Andrew Luck's shoulder back in shape. Had to rebuild a defense. And what they got done from a 1-5 start to getting to the playoffs, absolutely remarkable.
And the offensive line turnaround from 32nd, dead last in the league in sacks allowed a year ago to first in the league, only allowing 18. That's unbelievable.
He had good luck trying to pass rush against all-pro rookie Quentin Nelson. He'll maul you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck going to try to run the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Off of play action, Luck. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Luck on the sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck taking it in, and the Colts are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, 2 teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC Championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is against them. How did they get to adopt that posture? But it's working for them.
And remember, by the way, the Patriots, their first Super Bowl win was against the Rams back in their St. Louis days.
So a lot has changed for the Rams since then. And the Patriots, consistently the most successful team in the NFL. This is going to be fun.
81. Trey 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Shorty. Great. Go. 120.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And the Colts coming out now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Long in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Watch out. Wide, 6 to the gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 17 there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And a short gain down to about the 33. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a first down throw. Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. This one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 99 yards, and the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And now running right through it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, one of those places have already found him. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's got his man, that's Wallace. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 30-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go.
Wentz now on first down. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he is going to get this one back to the 20.